freelance or solo designers is the problem of getting respondents for our research purposes. So in this video, I'm going to talk about how you can get respondents for your research purposes, differences between respondents and participants, and where you can find respondents, and the key things that you should look out for when you want to get respondents for your UI UX research or for your user research. Before we dive right into the main contents of this video, my name is Bright Zion. I appreciate it if you can give me a like, a thumbs up, and subscribe, because definitely you're going to get value from this channel if you keep up with my content. So who are respondents in the user research process? Respondents are simply the people who take part in a user research survey, or generally surveys in general. Well, sometimes you might hear people use the term participants instead of respondents. Let's see the difference between a respondent and a participant. Let's find out if the terms respondents and participants are just synonyms or they're actually distinct in their individual ways. Typically, respondents give answers to already prepared questions. Participants, on the other hand, are given room to elaborate on questions, give ideas, and also point out lacking areas that might affect a product's success. Participants, unlike respondents, are given the room to elaborate on a researcher's questions. As a result, research participants tend to give more qualitative insights to researchers than respondents. But to be on the safer side, and of course, if you're working with smaller teams, you would want to go with respondent. For solo designers or a one-man team freelance designer, they usually go with respondents. Now that we know who respondents are and the difference between respondents and participants, let's look at the key factors to consider when looking for respondents for user research or survey. Understanding your product's target audience goes a long way when it comes to recruiting respondents. Understanding your target audience goes a long way not only when you're recruiting respondents, but also it goes a long way for the overall success of your product. You would have to narrow down your target audience using demography, user needs, user stories, and points. Because of the non-linear nature of the user experience design, at this stage in the design process, some designers do not have a well-defined persona yet. So that's why I lean on to use proto-personas at the beginning of my design process to guide me through the entire process until I can create a comprehensive persona for my ideal user. Another factor to consider when trying to get or getting respondents for your research is to create target groups. When creating target groups, I usually use qualitative and quantitative factors to create my target groups. In numbers, my target group ranges from 15 to 25 people. I use a larger target group when I'm working with a product that targets a larger audience, so that I'll have enough data to work with and I will not be leaving any stone unturned or any user need unattended to. Screening. When working with large demographics, you find out that you have sub-target groups in your pre-existing target group. It may not be an easy feat to screen all your respondents, but there are certain ways in which you can create one survey that caters to all your sub-target groups. As for me, I use conditional logic to make this process an easy one. If by any chance you're hearing about conditional logic for the first time, you're lucky, because I'll make sure to link that video somewhere on the screen for easy access. I'll probably add it at the end of this video as an end card. The last but not the least thing to consider while getting respondents for your user research is to offer incentive. This might be overlooked in most cases, but it really works the magic. In this age and time, people tend to be very busy. Getting their attention, time, and honest opinion will be a hard task if they know they are not getting anything in return. So make sure to offer incentives to your respondents. It doesn't really have to be cash. Just find the thing of value that you know they're going to love, and offer it to them for giving you their time, opinion, and honest review on whatever product you're trying to build. So now that you know who are the respondents, we know the difference between a respondent or a participant. Let's get to the source. How to find respondents. One good way to find respondents for user experience research is by pre-existing users. You have a product and it's already in the market, or is already in use, or probably is in beta. But what if you don't have pre-existing users and you're building a new product? You're trying to introduce a product that you think is a wow idea to users or to the market. How do you go about this? Another way to do this, if you don't have a pre-existing product or you don't have pre-existing users, is by contacting your competitors' audience from competitors. That's another way you can find respondents for your user experience research. At this stage in my user experience research, I would have done my competitive analysis, and by now I should have known where my competitors' audience hang out. So let's do some stalking and probably get them to take part in our survey and offer chocolate in the process. Yes, chocolate or M&Ms. Still chocolate. That's chocolate coated in colors, probably. But this isn't about chocolate. Let's get back into the main purpose of this video. Another way to get respondents for your user experience research, it's by using social media. You can share your survey widely around different social media platforms to get respondents to participate in your survey. Social media actually gives you a lot of visibility depending on your product type. It's quite helpful to get respondents from social media because you stand a chance of finding a community that's tailored to the audience that you're looking for, or tailored to the ideal users of your product. One good thing is that social media have unconventional survey formats built into them. All you have to do is to finesse this and tailor it to your survey. For example, LinkedIn has polls. I remember when I was working on a food delivery app, research was easy because we could easily walk up to walk-in customers and ask for their honest reviews and opinions about how they could be served better. Last but not the least way to get respondents for your user research and surveys is by using dedicated panel platforms like surveyswap.io. Though platforms like these pose to help you, take off the stress of trying to find respondents by yourself, but most times I do not get maximum satisfaction from the insights I get from the surveys conducted using these platforms. So thank you for making it to the end of this video. I really appreciate you for staying to the end of this video, and if you have any comments, comment section is always open. If you have any suggestions, I will gladly entertain them. My name still remains Bright Zion. I'm a UI UX designer. So until next time, peace.